Silent Hill 1. That's right, guys, we're covering it. And it's not just a game. This was the blueprint for psychological horror in video games. Released in 1999 by the now legendary Team Silent, a bunch of developers Konami basically shoved into a basement and said, make something scary to compete with Resident Evil. And boy, did they overachieve. The story follows Harry Mason, a writer slash dad with around 2 brain cells, one of which is screaming,
Cheryl? Is that Cheryl?
every 5 minutes. Harry and his daughter are on their way to Silent Hill for a vacation, right? Just writing that down for a vacation to never fucking take. It's nighttime, the roads are foggy and deserted, and suddenly a young girl whose silhouette looks eerily like Cheryl's appears in the middle of the road. Harry swerves to avoid hitting her, loses control of his Jeep, and crashes. Boom! Welcome to Silent Hill. When Harry comes to, Cheryl is gone, and he's stranded in Silent Hill with nothing but endless fog and monsters waiting for him. It's a classic horror step-up. Ordinary guy, wrong place, wrong time, and one really bad turn of the wheel. Harry notices this town isn't what it was cracked up to be. It's filled with nightmare monsters, and instead of immediately leaving like a sane person would, he decides, let me get deeper into this hellscape. Well, the story, it's cults, rituals, and of course our mysterious little daughter Cheryl. But who is she really? And we can't forget about Dahlia Gillespie and her famous line,
"It was foretold by gyromancy."
And since Konami and Capcom at the time were almost sister companies, Silent Hill set out to be something different from its predecessor Resident Evil. It wasn't about mowing down zombies, it was about messing with your head. And nothing says psychological horror like hearing an air raid siren and immediately needing new pants. These ones have skid marks! And we really have to give an applause to Team Silent. They basically worked with PlayStation hardware so weak it could barely run a 2D game. So they hid a lot of its imperfections behind fog, which was accidentally genius. This fog is now more iconic than half of the bosses in the game. Wait, who the fuck did we fight at the end of this one? I forgot. And that sound design, Akira Yamaoka-san turned broken shopping carts and random screams into beautiful poetic music, and this shit still slaps over on YouTube. And now let's crank the bass meter up and give this bad boy a review. The best things about Silent Hill 1 were obviously its atmosphere. You always felt unsafe even when nothing was happening. Its worst thing was its combat. Tank controls could be way too swift and you'd swear Harry was fighting monsters while rollerblading. Harry, this way, this way. This in fact led Silent Hill 1 to redefine horror, spawned some of the greatest sequels in gaming, and inspired everything from Fatal Frame to modern indie nightmares. The final score of this bad boy is a 9.5 out of 10, a masterpiece in fog, fear, and fatherhood and competence. And for the ultimate question, would you survive the fog and horrors in